Okay, welcome back to segment number 2 of the day. We're going to be making the General Tso's cauliflower. It's going to look pretty similar to General Tso's chicken. It's going to taste pretty close. You're going to like it. We're going to do it in 2 segments. First, we're going to take care of the cauliflower in the batter, mixing it up. I'll probably start cooking that up, and then next we'll go to the sauce making, and then we'll cook that up, and then we'll mix it all together, and you guys will see just how it looks. And without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, here's our star players. To the left, sesame seeds. The package is the rice flour. To the right of that is the cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of that, tablespoon of baking soda, not to be mistaken with powder. We have sesame oil. We have a teaspoon of that. We have half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to have a pinch of white pepper. And that big measuring thing, that's a 1/4 cup of water. And the star of the show, the cauliflower, which I've already cut up. And let's get to it. Okay, as you can see, I have us a big bowl here. I'm going to start mixing in the ingredients we have. The last thing we'll use is these sesame seeds. We're going to put the rice flour in. Not all of it. You're going to reserve some of it. Put about 3/4 of the cup. Then you got the cornstarches going in. And we got the baking soda. Then we have the salt. And then we're going to put in, like say, a pinch of white pepper. That's about a pinch, I guess. And before I do anything else to it, I'm going to stir that around with a fork, mix it up a little bit. Okay, then we're going to pour in sesame oil. And last but not leastly, it's just indeedy, will be the water. Mix that all around until we get some kind of a batter formed here. While I mix this up, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, I mixed up the batter stuff, and I got a nice coating on everything. I got to wash my hand again. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So everything's coated up. Now I got my wok turned on. As soon as that heats up a little bit more, I'm going to put some oil in there, and then we're off to the races. Like I said, this really isn't a long recipe. It just looks, with all the ingredients, but we'll get to it. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, I got the my cast iron skillet with some oil in there. There's about 2 cups maybe of peanut oil. And we're going to be cooking these in batches, and behind that you can see that white rack over there. That's where we're going to be putting them to drain, okay? So I'll just put a couple in at a time. We're not looking to burn these. We're looking to get a nice golden brown color. That's all. And once we get these where we want them, and the next part we're going to make is the sauce that we mix, stir them up in, and you're going to see it's going to look just like old General Tso's chicken. instead of watching the whole cooking process, we'll be back in a couple, all right? As you can see, I have the cauliflower done, and it's sitting on a rack while we get the ingredients ready for this sauce. Okay, for the sauce, as you can see to the left in that green stuff there, that's the green onion. We got a cup of chicken broth. We got a 1-to-1 mix of cornstarch and water. Got a tablespoon of soy sauce. We got some Shaoxing wine in that next one. And we got the rice vinegar. We got a couple tablespoons of garlic. We have 1 tablespoon of Western oil I want to put in a frying pan. We got some red pepper flakes, and that's taking the place of the red chili peppers. We got some sesame oil, some sugar, and some ginger. Those are all going to get mixed. You'll see. It looks worse than it is. Okay, I'm heating up the pan now, and I'm going to put some olive oil, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, cooking oil in the bottom, not olive oil. I don't use olive oil like that. You know. Once that heats up, I'll be adding the other ingredients pretty quick. Okay, now we're going to add the ginger. Come on, baby. Come on out of there. Hey, you can do it. You can come out of the other bowl pretty quick. Let that cook for a couple minutes. Or a couple seconds, I should say. Stir that around a little bit, huh? I want to lower that, but I don't think I'm going to put the garlic in next. Again, you don't want to burn nothing, so. And believe it or not, this is on 2. Next we'll be putting in some red chili flakes and red pepper flakes in here. Like I said, you never really have too much garlic, not in my book anyway. Let me get the red chili flakes. Sprinkle those bad boys in a little bit. Depends how much heat you want, you know. That looks like a lot, but it's probably not enough. Okay. Stir that around again, a little here and there. Next we'll be adding the Shaoxing wine, the Chinese cooking wine. If you don't want that, you can just use regular water, or you can use white wine or a sherry cooking wine, whatever. I just happen to get lucky and find the Shaoxing wine. So that's going next. And for anybody, I mean, it's so small of an amount, it's not even funny. It adds a nice smell to it, though. Sesame oil goes next. Stir that around for a bit. Next we'll be going with soy sauce, I believe. Like when I'm putting those things out, I try to put them in the order that we're going to use them. That way I can't really screw it up too bad. But I figure you really can't screw this up that much. Even if you was to mix these or put them in and out of sequence, I don't think it really matters that much. There goes the rice wine. Vinegar, rice vinegar. Give that a quick stir and mix around, huh? It's starting to smell good in here. I don't know where you guys are at, but you should have smell-o-vision, huh? All right. Now we'll be adding the sugar, followed by the chicken broth, eh? And that takes care of all but one measuring cup thing, huh? There goes the sugar. That'll thicken her up. Give that a little stir, and then we'll get some volume in here. We're going to pour that chicken broth in. See, this is getting nice and thick. I don't know if you can really see, but you'll see. It'll be, it's all going to come out. Starting to get that nice color to it. Okay, now we'll put some volume in there. Now tell me, that definitely didn't cool things down, huh? Anyway, we're just kind of stirring this up a little bit. We're going to bring it back to a little heat. It'll simmer it for a couple of minutes, and then now, if you wanted to, if you didn't think your cauliflower, the cauliflower was going to be crunchy enough, I think mine is. I don't know. It looks like it's going to be, but if you wanted to crunch it up some more, you can heat it up again for another 20 seconds, and that should put a decent crunch to it. So let me keep stirring this, and I'll be back when I'm getting ready to add the slurry, okay? Okay, as you can see, we got a little simmer going on. So I'm going to, right before you put the slurry, if you mix it ahead, like I did, make sure you stir it, because the water and that starch separates pretty quick. And see, I'm just drizzling it in there, and it won't take nothing to thicken this up. You'll be amazed how fast it thickens up. Look, see here? It's already thickening up. That's it. All right, we're going to be transferring the cauliflower back to the bowl. And then we'll be taking the sauce mixture here and pouring that directly into that and mixing everything pretty thoroughly. And we're going to garnish it with some green onions. The green and the spring onion, or whatever you want to call it. Everybody has a different name for that onion. Okay, I just want to show you. See how thick that's getting to be? Yeah, that's going to be good. Might put more red pepper flakes in there. I don't know. I have to get the head food inspector in here and taste tester and have her check it out. All right, I'll show you what it looks like when we get it in the bowl, okay? Okay, now look at that. Tell me that don't look like General Tso's chicken, but it's not. It's General Tso's cauliflower. I love it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take a bite. The actual flavor of the sauce, the coating, is almost identical. I did get a pepper flake in there, so that was good. And because of the chew of the cauliflower, it actually does have a, I don't know, it's like a chicken almost. It's not really chicken, but it's good. One thing I'll tell you, when I put the sauce on, even the pieces that I cooked really well, because I was trying to get it a crunch, but once you put that hot sauce on there, it loses the crunch, but it's definitely there. I mean, the coating, if I didn't know better, except for the stem of the cauliflower, I'd swear I was eating General Tso's chicken. Oh, that's funny, okay. But anyway, there you have it. Didn't take long, really, in the scheme of things. So if you like what you have here, give me a like. If you want to share with your friends, please do so. If you haven't yet subscribed, I'd like you to do that too. And for another recipe, hit the notification bell. Okay, we're out. There you go.